child or a young person behaves at school in a disruptive or any undesirable way, the teacher will usually talk to her about her behavior. However, this is not always easy, because if the child feels that the teacher is annoyed at her or is telling her off, she will often close up, and collaborative communication with her will no longer be possible. In talking with pupils or students about their behavior, teachers can benefit from making use of solution-focused psychology. In this video, I will describe a solution-focused approach to talking to pupils that promotes collaboration and invites the child or young person to become an active participant in changing her own behavior. For clarity, I have split the approach into 10 steps, and when I use the word pupil, I refer to children as well as young people. Step 1. Arrange a time to talk to the pupil one-to-one. Step 2. If you are annoyed at the pupil's behavior, find a way to calm yourself down prior to talking to her. Step 3. Start the conversation by talking with the pupil about her strengths. For example, I know you are a very talented musician, or I have heard that you have lots of friends, or your father told me that you are a tennis champion. The purpose of starting the conversation in this manner is to help the pupil understand that your intention is not to tell her off, but that you want to talk to her because you care about her and you want to help her. Step 4. Once you have exchanged a few words with the pupil about her strengths, tell her that there is one thing you think she would benefit from becoming better at. Don't say to her that she has a problem. Most pupils are allergic to hearing an adult tell them that they have a problem. Phrase it differently. Say something along the lines, there's one thing you would benefit from becoming better at, or you would need to work on, or you may want to learn, or there's one thing you tend to forget that you'd need to get better at remembering. Say one thing, even when there are many more things the pupil needs to improve. It is much easier for pupils to talk to you about changing their behavior if you address only one aspect of their behavior at a time. Step 5. Continue the conversation by asking the pupil to guess what it is that you mean. Allow her to figure out what part of her behavior you are thinking of, and give her some guidance if needed. Pupils are much more willing to change their behavior, as are people in general, when they themselves get to say what they want to change. Step 6. When you have a shared understanding with the pupil about what it is that she needs to work on, avoid talking with her about her problem behavior or the reasons behind it. Instead, talk with her about how she can behave differently and what she needs to do to become better at it. So, for example, if the pupil behaves aggressively towards others, so instead of focusing on her aggressive behavior, talk with her about how she could become better at controlling her temper. Step 7. Allow the pupil to participate in discovering how she could become better at acting in the desired way. Ask her, so, what do you suggest? Or, do you already have an idea of how you might improve this? Or, what could help you remember to behave in the right way? The more the pupil has a say in how her problem is to be solved, or better, how she will learn to behave in the right way, the more committed she will be in changing her behavior. Step 8. Ask the pupil also who she wants to support her. For example, who could give you a hand with this? Would any of your friends like to help you work on this? What about your mom and dad? I see your friend Katie. Good idea. And in what way do you think Katie might support you? Not unlike people in general, it is not easy for pupils to change their patterns of behavior, but it helps a lot to have one or more people who are willing to support them in learning to act differently. The best result is achieved when the pupil gets to decide who will help her and in what way they should do it. Step 9. End the conversation by agreeing with the pupil on when to assess her progress. When you follow up, don't pay too much attention to her possible setbacks. Focus instead on her successes and whatever little progress she has made. For example, I heard from one of the other teachers that you had a better day yesterday. Can you tell me how you did it? Or today you remembered to bring along your books to the school. How did you remember to do that? What helped you? Or who supported you? Or how can you manage to keep it that way? Success breeds success. Talking about progress builds confidence and encourages the pupil to keep on going in the right direction. Step 10. Last but not least. As the pupil progresses, it is natural to give her some positive feedback, but it is equally important to acknowledge all those who have helped, supported, or encouraged her. Even when the pupil's parents have not been actively involved in supporting her, you should seize the opportunity to inform them of her accomplishment and to give them a reason to be proud of her. Acknowledging the pupil's supporters is important, as it produces significant ripple effects. It reinforces the pupil's peer relationships, it increases the appreciation of the teacher, and it promotes good home-school collaboration. In summary, when pupils have behavioral problems, talk to them about their behavior in a solution-focused manner. Rather than confronting them about their problem, tell them that there is something they would benefit from becoming better at, and let them guess what you mean. Once the pupil has figured out what you are thinking of, let her come up with an idea of how she can improve that behavior, who can help her, and what would be a good way for them to do it. Follow up swiftly by focusing on the student's progress. Give positive feedback to the pupil and make sure to acknowledge her helpers. Give this model a try next time you talk to a pupil about her behavior and see what happens. I'm looking forward to reading your experience on this YouTube page. Thanks for watching.